Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Barbeno's World. In this episode, we're going to be checking out the new Minecraft update, 1.16, the Minecraft Nether update. In this new update, there are a lot of new features. One of them is the new mob called the Piglins. This is one of them. They're normally hostile towards players, but they like gold, so if you give them gold, they can give you random loot in exchange. There's also a new material called netherite, which is better than diamond, but it's extremely rare. There's also another new mob called the Hoglin. Hoglins are just evil nether pigs that attack you. There's also, I believe, one more new mob called the Strider, which is like basically a horse that can go over lava. This update also added 5 new biomes in the nether, when before there was just one. The old nether is called the Nether Wastes. There's also the Soul Sand Valley, which has a bunch of soul sand and the new block Soul Soil, as well as blue Soul Fire. Crimson Forests are very dangerous. They have a new type of tree, and they have hoglins in them. Warped Forest is kind of the opposite of the Crimson Forest. It's another forest, but it has blue trees, and it's quite peaceful. The Basalt Deltas are possibly even more dangerous than the Crimson Forest. They have lava everywhere, as well as magma cubes. In the new update, there's also a few more new structures. Nether fortresses still exist, but there are also nether fossils, which are just bone block structures that can be found in soul sand valleys, and bastion remnants, which are pretty cool, and they have a bunch of new loot. You can also find ruined portals throughout the nether and the overworld, which kind of just give you a hint as to how to build nether portals. Today we are going to be updating the Barbeno's world into 1.16, but there is one issue. When you update a world from 1.15 to 1.16, the world generation in the nether changes. So all of the nether that I generated in 1.15 is the old boring nether. But when I update it to 1.16, the generation will change. But this only works if I travel really far out to chunks that I haven't already generated. There are a few options for fixing this. One of them is just to deal with it and fly really far out into the nether. But if I die out there, I'll probably never get my stuff back. Another option is to completely reset the nether, which would put it back to like a fresh new nether. All of it would have the 1.16 generation scheme. But I don't really want to do this because it would also get rid of all of my builds and portals in the nether. So there's one other option, and that is to select specific parts of the world to trim out and parts to keep. So there's a few ways to do this, but I'm going to be using the program MCA Selector, which lets you select specific chunks and delete them from your world so that they can be regenerated. So here I am in the MCA Selector program, and I've opened up the nether dimension of my world file, and as you can see, I have a decent amount generated, and yeah, a lot of it's definitely unnecessary, and I need to trim some of it out. I can trim it by just dragging across it like this, selecting large regions like that, and if you zoom in, you can select smaller regions. So I think I have finished making my selection of the chunks that I want to keep in this dimension. So now comes the risky part, is I have to delete everything else. Okay, I totally botched this. I actually need to select all of the ones that I want to delete. So I'm just going to invert this selection. And yeah, I will get back to you when I'm done making the selection so that we can delete the chunks. Okay, so I actually refined this selection a lot more. I tried to only select the paths out to the Guardian Farm, Creeper Farm, Witch Farm is here. Another path out to the Ice Biome, I believe there, or Snowy Taiga, and a path out to the jungle this way. Yeah, I've kept all of those, but I've trimmed absolutely everything else down. The reason I have this massive blob over here is because I have a portal to the Mesa biome somewhere around here. It's just, I honestly don't know where it is. Now's the big moment. We're gonna go selection and delete all of the selected chunks. Yeah. If I botch this up, it's not a really big deal because I did make a backup, but hopefully it does work. And now, this is all of the nether dimension that we have left. Let's go back to Minecraft and check out what it looks like in 1.16. So here I am launching Minecraft 1.16. Here's this beautiful new Mojang logo, and I know what I'm doing because I've already made a backup. Let's see if everything worked out. So here I am right back in the castle where I left off, and it looks exactly the same as it did before I updated. So everything's so good so far. Let's go back to the base and go through to the nether. We are back in the nether and everything looks pretty good. I can already hear a really cool new ambient sound that was added for the nether. So let's first just like check down below the surface to see if anything is up down here. Can't see much, so I'll try turning up my render distance. Everything seems fine. We can't see far enough out to get to the new biomes from here, but yeah, I just wanted to check to make sure everything's okay. Okay, one more try. That looks like it worked. So let's break this piston and hopefully the bedrock is gone. Dang it. If this one fails, I only have enough TNT left for one more. So yeah, that definitely didn't work. Okay, I've built a completely new design. One stack, more TNT collected, and I'm ready to keep trying. No. I broke the wrong block. Okay, let's try again. No, botched it. So weird. Finally. Literally on YouTube it said, oh, this is 100% reliable. Like 20 tries later. Okay, now I'm going to dig straight down and hopefully not die. Here I am in the warped forest biome, and I just want to collect some of these new blocks. These are the warp stems. They basically just work like normal wood, except they're blue. We can grow these little funguses into big trees like this. Back in the farming area of the overworld, I want to build up a simple nether stem farm. So it's basically going to be patches of warped and crimson nilium that I can grow stems on. So here are the two farms. This one is the warped stem farm. So if you bone meal these, then it should give you a bunch of stuff. And occasionally, you'll get a fungus. I got 2 funguses this time. When you do get a fungus, you can grow it up using more bone meal like this. And it grows a tree, just like we saw in the nether. And this one is the same, just for the crimson stems. So, occasionally, you should get a fungus that you can bone meal up into a tree. Crimson stem. Here it is. In this chest, you can see all of the different items that you can get from this farm. None of them are particularly useful, especially considering I already have a very fast tree farm. But, they're pretty nice decoration blocks. My favorite block out of the ones that you can get is the shroom light. Like, listen to the sound that it makes when I break it. The next and the final thing that I want to do this episode is actually build a strip mine in the nether. And this is going to be useful for finding a lot of the new blocks in this update, and most notably, ancient debris and blackstone. 2 new blocks that you can only get by strip mining. This is actually really epic. I've been mining for like maybe 100 blocks at most, and I've already found a vein of ancient debris. So, 2 ancient debris in the bag. Here's the other new block that I was talking about. It's called blackstone, and it basically works the exact same as cobblestone, except it's black. Here's even another new block that I honestly forgot about. Yeah, it's nether gold ore, and it drops gold nuggets when you mine it with fortune. When I was mining through this blackstone, I found another ancient debris, which is very good. Okay, I've been mining for a while, and I have 6 ancient debris in my shulker box, but I just realized that I had a ton of leftover TNT from the bedrock breaking, and I thought that I could maybe use it to help find some ancient debris just by exposing a lot more area. So I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. Just every 5 blocks. I'm gonna dig out 5 blocks, place down a TNT there, and light it. Since netherrack has a low blast resistance, it exposes quite a large area. Looks like we didn't get any in there. With one of our blasts, we got very lucky, and we actually found 4 ancient debris. That's pretty good. Okay, I've been mining for a while using the TNT trick, and I've got 13 ancient debris. Let's go back to the base and start upgrading some of my tools. Alright, I'm back at the base, and I'm putting my 13 ancient debris onto smelt. We're just about ready to craft our first netherite ingot, with 4 netherite scraps and 4 gold ingots. You need to get a smithing table, and inside of the smithing table, you upgrade your gear. I I'm choosing to upgrade my diamond pickaxe, silk touch diamond pickaxe, silk timothy, and he is now silk timothy, the netherite pickaxe. I will also upgrade my chainsaw, my diamond axe, chainsaw, the netherite axe. As you can see, when you upgrade something, its attack damage increases, and its durability also increases. I'm also going to upgrade my trousers, which will just give me a little bit extra protection and knockback resistance. Looks pretty cool, actually. Like, it kind of goes with my skin. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get all netherite tools and armor eventually. Okay guys, now that we've done everything I really wanted to do in the nether dimension, I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching this episode of Barbeno's World. In this episode, we collected netherite tools as well as warped and crimson stones. And we also broke bedrock. In the next episode, hopefully I'll be able to do some more mining for netherite, and also do some more work on the castle. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about that. Okay, goodbye. So after all of the exploring and mining that I did in this episode, this is what the map of the nether in MCA Selector looks like now.